In a previous video, I discussed genre as social action. If you're not familiar with that idea, I recommend pausing here to go catch up on that video. It's short, so don't worry. Here, I want to continue complicating the idea of genre. Are you ready? It is sometimes difficult to say what a genre is. A definition for genre seems difficult to pen, I think, because it encompasses so much potential and possible work. Genres classify by characteristic, element, rhetorical, and social action. Genres create meaning by remembering and recalling history and looking forward inventively. Genres shift and also apparently are stable. Genres do work and describe the work being done. Genres exist as part of sets, systems, networks, sometimes called or described as rhizomes or ecologies. Genres exist at scale, very big and very small. Genres are entangled. Genres implicate the composer, affect, publics, audience, context, history, environment, circulation, more. Genres can be traced, mapped, described, felt, enacted, performed. Genre is a plan for creation, response, and participation. Genre is a site of practice and of theory. Genre is both constructive and interpretive. Genre does a lot. Other scholars have described genre in these ways. Campbell and Jameson say genre is a constellation of forms bound by an internal dynamic. Mikhail Bakhtin calls it an utterance and a complexly organized chain of utterances. Miller, remember, calls it social action. Swales says genre is for communicative purposes. Amy Devitt, Charles Bazerman, and Mikhail Bakhtin all say genre is intertextual. Devitt calls genre fluid and combinatorial. Jameson, Schreier, and Friedman all say that genre is remembered. Bawarshi argues that genre is authored and recursive. Schreier says that genre is stabilized for now and a site for power dynamics. Bawarshi again calls genre a mode of being. And Bazerman argues that genre is a form of life. That's a lot, and it's confusing. But that's part of the point. Genre is more than just the labels we use for the things we make. A genre isn't just a website or just an essay or just a YouTube video. So, of all those definitions, which is the right one? I think the answer is they're all right. A good definition of genre should somehow combine all of those definitions. So here's my definition. I'm going to use the best and most interesting definitions of the past while also taking the definition down the next step. It's adjacent, possible, it's desire and invention. My definition is this. Genres are constitutive and entangled sites of rhetorical work, emerging in the moment within a robust rhetorical ecology that includes composer/author, purpose, effect, audiences, publics, circulation, context, history, environment, and so on. Genres implicate in recursive and reflective and diffractive patterns identity, desire, notions of power. Genres are dynamic, shifting, and evolving to find the best articulation of and for meaning. Genres are how we imprint ourselves on the world and how the world comes to circumscribe us. What does that mean? Especially if you're in a first-year writing class. It means that there's a lot of rhetoric and composition involved in genres. They aren't just categories. Genres work because the writer or composer is trying to accomplish something. But there is also the expectation of the audience and the precedent set by the writers and composers before them. There's historical context and current situation. And things can get really complex if we also talk about rhetorical ecologies. The idea here is that genres don't just exist. They emerge. And when they emerge, they are entangled with authorship, circumstance, agency, materiality, and all those other elements that I already mentioned. It can get overwhelming. So there are a lot of possible takeaways here. But what I'd like you to walk away with is this. As you work, you're not just making a thing, some podcast or memo or essay or prototype. Whatever you make is the invention of a moment. And when you participate in a genre, not only are you invoking the genre's history, strength, and possibilities, but you are also affecting the shape and definition of that genre for all its future iterations. That's heavy stuff.